Joined by our second place qualifier for Sunday's Goodies Fast Relief 500, Joey Logano, driver of the number 22 Shell Pennzoil Ford for Team Penske. Joey won the past 3 poles here at Martinsville, and this marks his 5th straight front row start. So Joey, talk a little bit about your run out there and how you're feeling heading into Sunday.
It's kind of how I feel right now. So close to getting that 4th pole in a row. It'd been pretty cool to be able to say you did that, but it's been a great streak. Like you said, it's 5. I didn't even know that record, so or stat or whatever you want to call it. So that's kind of nice to have. Starting up front's important here at Martinsville, and we've proven that before. And we'll be able to get a good pit stall, which is a lot of opportunity to take advantage of that here. And so it gives us a good start to get a good rhythm into this long race and get our car tuned up the way we want to, and get the grandfather clock when we're done. We're not in the business of getting poles. We're in the business of winning races, and a lot of times that takes winning the pole, but in general, we want to win the race.
Okay, we'll open it up for questions for Joey. If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you. We'll start here in the front with Tom.
Hey, Joey, congratulations. Tom Jensen, FoxSports.com. Obviously, you're one of the 8 guys running for the championship, but there's a lot of fast guys up front who are no longer in chase contention. Are you worried about somebody coming in like a Truex or your own teammate even coming in and stealing a victory here?
Well, we need to worry. I don't know about worry is the right word, but we need to think about everyone out there, right? Just because there's a lot of really fast cars that got knocked out last week. Let's be honest, some of the fastest cars in the series got knocked out last week. So, and it proves to Truex getting the pole today. So obviously they got a fast race car. So, they're all out there still trying to win. You know what I mean? Just because you got knocked out doesn't mean you're out. You're still out there trying to win races and making something out of it. And they got a lot to race for still. So, you expect it. I don't really worry about it. I just expect it to be out there racing against these guys. And like I said, their fast race teams are there for a reason.
Additional questions for Joey? Okay, we'll come over here to Bob and then Kenny.
Bob Hockris, ESPN. Does it mean anything to be the fastest of the 8 guys who are left in the chase?
I think for for the mental psyche, maybe. It's probably good for us, and I guess that's important. You want to be able to beat them throughout these next 3 races in every department there is. So we got a good start at that. Obviously, that all can change lap 1. So it's just qualifying. And it's so close. You look how tight the field is. Really through first to 25th or so. I mean, or further back than that, it's really, really close. And when you talk about we missed it by 0.008 of a second. And in the spring, we won the pole by less than that. So it's just everything here in Martinsville so tight, so close. What are you trying to say? You trying to say I'm going to get past in the first lap? Come on, that's 2 today. If you're keeping count. Now I'm about to prove you wrong.
Kenny Bruce with NASCAR.com. Joey, given where the openings are on pit road and how tight everything is there a point at which you don't want to be below a certain point in qualifying? I know, obviously, if you qualify up top 5 or something, you're pretty good. But is there a point where it's like, okay, now we're in trouble because we're going to get stuck?
The thing about that makes you probably nervous about qualifying at a certain point back in the field, and I'd say probably 25th-ish is probably really 20th probably makes you nervous. But as you get further back, it gets scarier because the leader's there in a heartbeat. The leader's taking off in clean air, and if you watch these restarts here, as everyone tries to fight to the bottom, it just checks that bottom lane up, which means they're just going slower. And the leader's out there in clean air, and he's going fast. And you're fighting like cats and dogs back there trying to get to the bottom and trying to, get the track position when you can and all that. And meanwhile, while you're doing that, you're also beating your tires up. So your long run's going to crap as well. So everything's just it's like a snowball effect when you're back there. Everything just keeps getting worse. So you got to get track position. It becomes very important in this race because it allows you to take care of your car. You're not back there fighting, and you have to fight back there to stay on the lead lap because, like I said, the leader's there before you know it.
I don't want to say it's easy, but how much easier
it helps a lot for especially the first couple runs of the race until the track rubbers up, because it seems like tire wear just is more aggressive early in the race until the track takes in some rubber. For whatever reason that is, it seems to be a trend. But so I think obviously the first run of the race usually is where you see some cars really fall off really, really hard. And we were one of them in the spring. We took off from the pole and we were down a lap before the first caution. So goal's not to do that again. And I think we learned from that lesson, which is good. But that happens a lot in this race. If you watch them all, there's all of a sudden one car that you thought was really good in practice, and it's like, wow, what happened to him on the long run? And as the race goes, it seems like it kind of mellows back out.
Final questions for Joey. Okay, go ahead, Nate. Chris, get a microphone to Nate.
Nate Ryan, NBC Sports. Not to bring up Bob's point again, but you are kind of a lone wolf. I mean, looking at the qualifying order, the next Ford is until 15th, I guess, and it seems like normally you count on allies or teammates or manufacturers who share common interests to help you out. Does that present a problem at all in the opening laps, or do you have to have somebody kind of let you back down, or how do you deal with that?
It's a challenge to get down. I'll be honest with you, it's hard. I'm out to prove Bob wrong at this point, but it's pretty hard. It's not going to be easy to do. I'm keying up the radio if I get it done. That's all I know. This one's for you. But I got a new goal. Yeah, it's going to be hard, because everyone sees that opportunity, you see that gap, and they're like, oh, they're going to take it and they're going to charge it in there and just try to keep you up there for the next corner and just try to, and then obviously as you're too wide, well, what's that do? The gap behind that person closes up because you're going slower because you're too wide, and then that guy catches up, and then it's like, oh, we're just stuck. So, yeah, we got to take it when we can. We may have to be aggressive to get down and get in. It's just kind of the nature of the beast here at Martinsville. It's hard. You got a few laps up there to make something happen. I don't think it's necessarily a penalty until you get to the third or fourth lap and you haven't gotten down, and then it's like, oh, they're all lined up and here they come.
Okay, Chris.
ChrisKnightCatchfans.com. Joey, earlier this week, a lot of stuff on radio, on Sirius and whatnot, said that the fans were calling and said they felt like that you were the sleeper in the chase, that maybe you could come in and win the whole thing. Do you guys consider yourselves a sleeper? Is that a good thing for you guys, or you guys just feel like that you're right above the top of everybody else?
Well, we might as well try something different. I think that's I don't really know if we're the sleeper or the favorite, or I don't really care, actually. It's kind of what we think, not what everyone else thinks, that's important. And I think our race team knows that we are plenty capable of winning a championship. We know that we have the speed to do that. And that's really all that matters, in all honesty. I do respect everyone else's opinion, and I'm sure there's reasons why people think that way. But for us, we think our way for a few reasons. We do think we're very good. We do look at our weaknesses and get them better. But we have confidence in ourselves, and I think that's one of the reasons why we're successful.
Okay, Joey, thank you for your time. Good luck on Sunday.
Great. Thank you, guys.